The Jamaica Teachers Association was amalgamated on April 2, 1964 following the ratification of instruments governing the membership and procedures of the body at the inaugural conference held on that date. The resolutions constituting the association were passed at Excelsior High School Auditorium on December 14, 1963 at a special conference. The parent unions, as seen on screen, pursued parallel and separate objectives until the late 1950s, when the proposal for amalgamation gained presence. In 1957, executives of the 5 unions formed the Joint Executives of Teachers Associations, JETA. It is therefore the mandate of the sub-executive group that forced the formation of the JTA. Notwithstanding, Jamaica Union of Teachers being the first teachers' union and union in Jamaica, since the amalgamation, JTA, how many times has a teacher been elected president? JUT is the largest constituency of the JTA and was recognized for its power among the existing teachers' unions at the time, and so it being a part of the amalgamation was crucial. But what has JUT gotten from JTA given its importance? Over the last 20 years no teacher from the JUT constituency has been elected president of JTA, yet the delegates are teachers of JUT, the same teachers who are mistreated and abused by the principals/presidents of the JTA annually are the ones who elect these principals to be the presidents of their union. This reality must be the only of its kind in the world. It's very sure that nowhere else it can be found where a set of workers elect their boss to lead their union. Where in the world does a worker report his complaint against a boss to the same boss who is head of his union? Where in the world is the welfare of a worker determined by his union which is led by his boss? So the boss negotiates with himself on what is good for the worker, in the absence of the worker, as he the boss is the worker's representative in the negotiation. The amalgamation of the parent unions to form JTA created the opportunity for the most significant bastardization of the teacher, unlimited disrespect of the teacher, and the assignment of the nobody status to the teachers/noble professional. JUT by itself was very successful in its lobby for improvement in teachers' pay and working conditions, getting the British Parliament to abolish a £50,000 cap on the colonial governor's education budget. This concretizes the union's significance to the amalgamation, hence no reason the teachers should have allowed principals to head the JTA. Thus come this year, make yourself as a teacher great again and elect a teacher to be the president of the JTA, your union again. You did it before 1964. Before the amalgamation, you must do it again. To make yourself great again, 2024 must be the beginning of your reassertion to the control of your profession. Your destiny must be in your hands henceforth, and nowhere else. You are educated enough to lead yourself, bright enough to see yourself through the opaque moments. The permanent secretary recently spoke her truth of principles, describing her view of them as functional and operational irrelevant facades. Show yourself approved and elect a teacher as you make yourself great again. This year is the year of elections. More than half of the world will go to the poll. Make your poll this year count as you make yourself great again, as you restore your place in the echelon of society and in education. Discontinue your nobody status and elect a teacher for your JTA president henceforth. The worst teacher as president is way better than the best principal as president. History has shown it. Stop the mishaps and elect a teacher for your president. Give yourself the opportunity to hear your issues and represent them where, how, and at a time of your choosing. Let yourself matter and elect a teacher. Make yourself visible and ascend to president of JTA. Stop yourself from being spoken down to by electing a teacher. At least one of you can attest to being sexualized and or overworked wittingly or otherwise at a principal's delight. Improperly taken to school board because you have no standing in their sight and in the representation by your union, JTA. Subscribe to engage in the discussion and widen the community to enforce the change to make yourself great again. Like to indicate your support for change and intent to elect a teacher to make yourself great again. Teachers' time has come. Elect a teacher to become JTA president and make yourself great again.